Welcome back, everyone. This is Justin, Wyatt,
I'm Wyatt.
Desert Smoke Reviews. Today we've got for you the Alec Bradley Tempus Maduro. It's a 55 by 5.5 inch stick. I believe this size is called the Quadrum. Coming in on a very, very dark, chocolatey looking Maduro wrapper.
Oily.
Yeah, very oily. Nice invisible seams. Firm pack, not too veiny, double cap. Looks like well constructed cigar.
I'm picking up a lot of kind of milk chocolate at the foot, and definitely a cocoa on the rest of the cigar.
Yeah, I definitely pick up the cocoa, but I also get like an earthiness that comes from the cigar. Just a nice deep earth, cocoa, and I can see a milk chocolate coming off the foot. Well, let's get it cut up, lit up, and see how it develops. Get the foot band off.
Yeah, it's another thing with the band. Alec Bradley always goes all out with their bands, and this one is no exception.
Oh, beautiful band. Bit of a snug draw for me.
Yeah. I've had these Tempuses before, and it really depends with Alec Bradley. To me, they're always really hit or miss. I've rated this Tempus just personally a miss before. I think that I'm walking into this sort of biased. What I've seen so far in Tempuses is that they always kind of burn wonky, and they're so thick that the burn, takes forever, and they tend to tunnel on me. But I'll walk into this review with an open mind. I know Justin has really liked these before. But so far, on the finish, getting kind of a spicy cocoa sort of flavor. On the retro hail, picked up a lot of those chocolate cocoa notes. So far, very typical of a Maduro stick.
Yeah, I've had these before. I do enjoy them. I agree that I've had some tunneling issues with them before, but I always chalked it up to overhumidification. Right now, off the draw, I'm getting a heavy chocolate and cocoa. The finish is giving me a nice, kind of an earthy finish for me. I'm not picking up much spice, but we'll see how it goes. But draw is tight, but I think we can be able to survive that one. Medium in body and medium in strength, but yeah, just a nice chocolate and nice earthy finish for me, at least.
Mm-hmm. I think on the medium, and I don't really think it's a medium. Maybe it's a medium. I don't know. I think that this cigar definitely is going to be not difficult, but the draw is definitely an issue. If you like a real easy cigar that burns, well and doesn't require a lot of touch-ups, or you don't really have to work with with the draw, then this cigar.
Where's that open mind, Wyatt?
Yeah. Where's that open mind? Yeah. But I don't know. So the taste is great. That's always one of the things with Alec Bradley. Their taste is always great. But the cigars themselves, whether it be construction or other issues, but like I said, I'm walking into this with an open mind. So far, so good. We'll get back with you when we're about 10 minutes
Welcome
in.
back. We're about 10 minutes in, 10, 15. We got a little sidetrack. About an inch down. Flavors for me are that chocolatey cocoa on the front of the palate. Very in your face. we go into the finish, I get that earthiness, but that spice that White had mentioned on the first draw, I'm really picking that up now. It sits on the tip of my tongue. It's probably the last thing to diminish within the finish. I can definitely taste it into the next draw. It's right there, tingling on the tip of my tongue. It's not overpowering, but it's there. And it's actually, for me, I enjoy these flavors. Draw is still pretty tight for me. And I have had some burn issues, is why I mentioned that the Alec Bradleys do. But I've done some touch-ups. It's still no tunneling issues. Still getting plenty of smoke, plenty of flavor. For me, I enjoy these flavors, so touching up isn't a problem for me. I'll deal with it to get the flavors.
Yeah, about an inch in, had a lot of those burn problems I was talking about. The cigar itself, it's really firmly packed until you get about halfway, like right under the band almost. And then it gets a little spongier, and it gets sort of progressively spongier towards the bottom, or towards the foot of the cigar. But yeah, some burn issues. It might just be how thick the Maduro is. But yeah, so far the taste, like I was saying earlier, Alec Bradley spares no expense with taste. Getting a lot of that dark chocolate, dark coffee sort of flavor, and lots of spice, especially in the finish. But something I get especially on my lips, right around the cap, there's a lot of sort of molasses sorts of flavor there in the cigar, and they're definitely present. So this is definitely one of the big Maduros. Of course, Triple Maduro by Camacho is probably the one thing that I could compare just in looks and in flavor and in burn time. Of course, this isn't all Maduro, but definitely the thickness of that Maduro leaf around this Tempus is there. But the flavors are definitely there. Lots of spice, lots of chocolate. So yeah, we're about an inch in, so we'll get back to you when we get to the halfway point.
Welcome back. We're right at the midpoint. I've taken off the bands. For me, the flavors haven't really changed. Still, I get that dark cocoa chocolate in front of my palate. The spice is kind of ramped up a little bit. It's a little more intense, but still rather enjoyable. Long finish. I still get an earthiness throughout the whole flavor profile, just a deep earth. Draws still snug, but manageable. I've had to do touch up after touch up, but again, for me, this cigar, I enjoy the flavors enough that that's not a big issue for me. The one problem I did have is it started to want to tunnel on me, so I had to go in and do some emergency surgery, so to speak. But it seems to be burning all right now. Still medium to full in body. Those flavors have really ramped up for me. Strength is starting to pick up too. It's probably medium, if not medium, to full. But so far, we're managing through.
Yeah. I know I said I was going into this with an open mind, but the construction, Justin was talking about emergency surgery. I haven't had to do any of that, but all the firm pack that you got at the top of the cigar, it just gets steadily spongier, and you can tell that there's a lot of tunneling that's going on. The taste hasn't really changed, and the taste is great. I mean, I'm getting almost sort of a molasses type of taste in my mouth. So this would go good with, this would pair well with maybe a light coffee, something with a lot of creamer. But yeah, so far you can tell the burn on mine has kind of been all over the place. The ash kind of spreads out almost like it's been in a fire, which for a cigar you would think. But anyway, yeah, taste is great. Construction issues are definitely something to be considered if you like something like this. But yeah, well, when we get to the final third, we'll tell you what we think.
Welcome back. We're into the final third and approaching the end of this cigar. For me, flavors have not changed. Still very chocolate cocoa on the front, with some spice and a deep earth running throughout the entire profile. Still, I'm managing burn issues, but again, for the flavors, it's not that big of a deal for me. I've got, you could probably still get a little bit more, maybe another 30 minutes out of this cigar, but I will say it is starting to get really spongy for me, and it's hot. Not too harsh, but it's definitely coming to the end. But all around, I still enjoy these smokes. I enjoy the Alec Bradley Tempus Maduro. I just know that you gotta have to kind of work for it, and always been medium to full for a while, in both body and strength. Get a little bit of a lightheadedness, but nothing too crazy. All in all, I enjoy the smoke. I think you can get them online for around $4 to $6 a stick, depending if they're on sale, and you can pick one up, give them a whirl.
I think that I would probably rate this one almost a full body, just because of how often you have to puff to keep it lit. And we're in disagreement with this one. I think that the taste is definitely respectable. It's a fine cigar taste, especially for Maduro. But is it really worth the effort to try to keep it lit and then manage the tunneling and everything? I don't know. For Alec Bradley being as big a cigar maker as they are, you'd expect that they would have something that didn't have all these problems with it. So like I said, the taste is great. If you really are looking for a good Maduro taste, I would recommend it. But there are a lot of construction issues. There are a lot of problems with the burn, and so I've had to continually touch it up here and there. And you can tell the cigar itself is real spongy all throughout the rest of it. And it's not quite harsh, but you can definitely tell that you've charred this cigar. But all in all, I'd say if you absolutely love Alec Bradley, if you absolutely love a good Maduro stick and you're willing to put in the effort, I'd say give it a try. But if you're like me and you don't like to do a lot of touch-ups and you like to enjoy the flavors kind of as they are, then I would probably say no. But overall, it's a fine Maduro stick.
Till next time, smoke them if you got them.